Hello, I'm Linda Willow Roberts from I'm a Manifestor Facebook page. How are you today? I thought I'd pop on and talk about the lunar and solar eclipse that's coming. The lunar eclipse is on November the 30th and December the 14th is the solar eclipse. So I thought I'd pop on and talk to you about it and what to expect, because eclipses are really quite a big thing. If you look at in ancient times, when it was an eclipse, our ancestors thought that it was a sign, a message, something big was going to happen. So if they were going to war or making a decision or moving their armies around, they would, if an eclipse came, it made them stop and think that it was a warning or it was a sign from God. But we know differently now, but it does affect us. Like the moon and the sun affect us more than we would ever know. So let's have a look at it. So November 30th, there's a lunar eclipse in Gemini. Now, Gemini, you know that we have two sides, two personalities. They're communicators. They love shopping. They love being busy. They love doing things. So when we get a lunar eclipse, it's all about growth and how far we've come. So between the two eclipses is a really good growth spurt. I won't be a moment. I'm just trying to see if anybody's commenting. So it is a really big growth spurt. So we've got like 2 weeks, 14 days in between these two eclipses to reevaluate our life, look at how far we've come internally, and take stock of what it is that we want to take into the future for January 2021. And it's about getting out of your head and really aligning and connecting to your heart. That will help you get through this eclipse season. I like the eclipse because it brings up things for us to work on, things for us to do, things for us to shift and review. And it's a really good growth place to be at. Now, on the December the 14th, we have a solar eclipse in Sagittarius, and that's a fire sign. So I'm a Leo with a Sag moon. So I would expect that this solar eclipse is going to move me forward. Now, I've been doing a lot of work this year. A lot of opportunities are open for me this year. I've been positive. I've been going with the flow. I've been in service. So when the solar eclipse comes around the December the 14th, I expect to shift and move forward because I've created that momentum. But it also brings, the eclipses can bring closure to cycles, closure to things. And it can be a little bit unpredictable. It's about communication and speaking your truth. It can also be a little bit deceitful. So remember when I first started talking about this, we talked about how armies in ancient times would take the eclipses as a sign to move forward, to go to war, those sorts of things. So there can be a little bit of deception as well, and a bit of not so truthful. But if you trust your intuition and you're aware of how you feel, what your gut feeling is, and you stay out of your head and into your heart, then you will get through this eclipse season easier than if you're up in your head. It also, eclipses bring up karma, unfinished business. You know, like I said, it's the closing of cycles, and it's getting ready for you to move into January. 2020 has been such a big year of us looking internally how we feel, because we've had to be in lockdown and at home. There was nowhere for us to hide. So our feelings came up. We knew what worked for us. We knew what didn't work for us. We could see what irritated us, which way we wanted to go, that we wanted to break out and have a bit of freedom, and we wanted to have our blessings. We could start to see the blessings that are around us. So as this 2020 year finishes, it's the end of a cycle, and we start moving into 2021. 2021 isn't going to be a breeze either. It's going to be a little bit different than 2020, of course, but we're going to need to stay omnipresent, out of our head, into our heart, align holistically so we're getting the messages that our soul needs, and so that we can see the signs and the synchronicities. So in between these two eclipses at the beginning, end of November and 14th of December, this would be a perfect time to write down your ideas and your inspirations. How does things make you feel at any given point? So how does this situation make me feel? Does this make me happy? Is this something that I want to continue in life? And depends on what you've been trying to manifest in your life. It should, and you've been doing the right things, and you've worked on yourself, and you're practicing all the manifesting, balancing and giving and receiving and all of those sorts of things. The solar eclipse on the 14th should bring to fruition what you want to have in your life. So it's a really good time now to start thinking of it about, so the 30th of November is the lunar eclipse in Gemini. Start thinking about how you feel, how far have you come? Have you been working on all the things that you need to work on? It's not too late. When we're working with spirit, I trust them 100%. I'm in service and I do whatever comes up. If an opportunity comes up, I'm doing it. I have 6 articles that I'm writing this week, all about 2021 predictions. But I wanted to share this bit of information with you about the eclipses so that you're aware and so that you know that they're coming. So we can help you navigate it. So I've brought the cards with me. You know that I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle Cards. And I'm just going to pull some. So what we do, I'm tapping on them and I'm saying, okay, Spirit, I'm putting the intent out to you for this eclipse season, for a collective reading, for our page. What do we need to know? And I will pull 3 cards. 2's just flown out. Okay, so we've got the love card coming up. Okay, so I've asked for the collective for the eclipse season love. So that's telling me that we need to stay in a place of love. We need to go into our heart. We need to open our hearts, have that unconditional love, embrace your heart chakra, embrace who you are, love yourself more, use loving words, loving thoughts, be kind, and make sure that you're in a loving place. The next card we got was the new moon card. So that's telling me that there's new things coming, new beginnings. But remember, the new moon is a dark moon, and it's where we reflect. It's where we get our ideas and inspirations, but it's not necessarily when we need to start something new. But we've got love and we've got the new moon. So be aware of that. Maybe there's some patterns or blocks that you need to release around the new moon regarding love. And we can go back and we can look at our love from our male or female relationships and our parents. So just be aware that the love card came up and the new moon just flew out. And for the last card for the eclipse season, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got 2. Okay, so 2 came up. Forgiveness is the first card that came up. So forgiveness. So let's have a look at that. We've got the love card, we've got something new, and we've got forgiveness. So maybe you need to forgive yourself in a loving way around a new moon. Maybe you need to forgive somebody else, and it needs to be symbolic. The other person doesn't need to be there. And the other card we've got is the feng shui card. So feng shui is decluttering mind, body and soul holistically. So maybe it's a good time around the new moon to have a look at love, how it makes you feel, what's happened in the past, what you're aiming for in the future. Are you mirroring what you want in your life? The new moon is new ideas, new inspirations, and for the forgiveness card is like actually forgiving situations, people, but mainly yourself. And the feng shui is watch what you're putting in and out of your body, watch what your surroundings are like. I just want to clarify the love card. So in relation to the love card for the eclipse season, let's have a look. So what card do we get in relation to the love card? Let's have a look. The White Witch. So we've got the White Witch card. So it's loving. A White Witch is definitely connected to all the elements. It's connected to the universe. Being a witch, knowing the witch's rule of three, the oils, the crystals that you use, the herbs that you use. It's Gaia. It's connected to the green man. And so love that side of you. Really love that side of you. And I think that's what it has to do with is loving that side of you. And I love being a witch. I love being able to manifest things. I love being able to know things and teach things and share my information with everybody else. Now, let's just clarify the new moon card. In relation to the eclipse season, we've got the love, forgiveness, feng shui. To clarify the new moon, what do I need to know? Wow, we've got a few out. Okay, so this is saying we're asking to clarify the new moon in the eclipse season. It's belief that you're not alone, that this is whatever's happening and the new things that are coming are divinely guided. They are coming from your guides, your angels, God, the creator, source, the universe, and your passed over loved ones. Okay, this is the discover time. It's when you discover new feelings, a new way of life, you know, what makes your heart and soul rock, what lights you up. It's about playfulness, having fun, and it's about being in the now and just loving what you're doing at this point in time. And I'd say that it is something new. To clarify, the forgiveness card, in what respect do we need to use the forgiveness card in the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse? How do we need to clarify that, Spirit? Let's have two's come out. Oh, isn't that funny? So we've got between the new moon and the full moon. So the forgiveness will be taking place in between the new moon and the full moon. And then we've got the open card. You're ready to go. Okay. I feel like that there's something new coming in between the new moon and the full moon, and maybe that there does need to be some forgiveness. I'm sorry, this happened. This is how we're going to close this cycle, and we're going to start anew because there's an open door. So how the situation that you may not be happy about at the moment, and definitely with the love, it may evolve. When one cycle closes, it doesn't mean somebody's going away. It just means it may evolve, which is what is coming full circle with the full moon. So we've got the new moon, the full moon, and the eclipses. So it's come full circle. There will be forgiveness and there will be an open door. So that really makes me happy. So to be doing a reading today between the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse and the new moon and the full moon come up as well, that makes me excited because that means that what the messages that I'm getting are from Spirit and are heartfelt and they're exactly what we need to know at this point in time. Now, the last card we got was feng shui, and I'd like to clarify that for this eclipse season. I'd like to clarify that for this eclipse season. I would like to clarify that for this season of eclipses. Okay, and one came out as sacred symbols with the feng shui card. So what that does is, okay, so I've made sure in my house everything has got a purpose and an intent. So when I brought things into my home. Now, the last things that I brought into my home actually were heart chakra, were love, were things that I can enjoy with somebody or have given me more of the loving, the feminine energy. So I've been working on balancing my male and female energy, and I've brought in more crystals, more big 20-kilo serpentine with a big purple stitch type through it. And that is your heart and your connection. And I've already got really big rose quartz in there and those sorts of things. But that's what I've been working on. I've been working on my heart chakra. I've been working on balancing the male and the female, the masculine and the feminine energies. And so just have a look at the sacred symbols and the things around you and feng shui, and make sure that you have in your home what's going to help you manifest what you're trying to bring in. So there's a little bit of fun for the eclipse season. I hope that's helped you. I hope that's given you a little bit of clarity around what you can expect, what's coming and going. But we've got the new moon, the full moon in the eclipse season, and we've got love, discovery, playfulness, open door, forgiveness. So that means that things are moving from this to this, and have depth and have the legs to grow and to keep moving forward. There's nothing worse than being stagnant. So I really like that, you know, the full moons and the new moons, but also the eclipses, because anything that we need to move and shift, you know, will do that, and it grows, and it has, you know, you give it time to blossom, and that's the best part. So enjoy the eclipse season. I hope this has helped you. You know that you can find me on, I'm a Manifestor Facebook page, and you can buy the cards at lindawillowroberts.com.au. Please like and share our live feeds. Make sure you comment, otherwise you start to miss them on your news feed on Facebook. You can also subscribe and follow me at Willow's Way of Life, Linda Willow Roberts YouTube channel, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you. Bye.